We are the lo-fi hip-hop beats.
We're the lo-fi hip.
Yeah.
I can't even say it. Well, look at us. It's been a long time since we sat
we
so
haven't
closely.
been so close.
Everyone comments on how we get the small couch whenever they're our guests.
Yeah. Oh, this couch is a little bigger.
Yeah, we always give the guests the big couch, and then we get to canoodle.
Yeah, it's because you're good hosts.
Yeah, we're great hosts. We're just trying to be nice.
Being nice.
Yeah, I mean, also when there's one guest, we do this too. I don't know why. I also don't know why.
That would still be comfortable.
It would not. Yeah, you know what I mean.
We could have one man on who weighs 120 pounds. He's sitting here.
He's sitting right here, and then we're like, so like, how'd you get your start? He goes, so what's going on with you? Me and Luke are the greatest friends. We're like some of the best friends you'll ever meet.
Are you guys really?
No. But welcome to the show. We got Deric Poston and Ehsan Ahmad. Great friends of ours, great comedians.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys for so much. Thank you guys for so much.
You're welcome. We do a lot.
You guys do a lot.
We were talking about hot people. Hot people. It's a great time to be hot.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But you were saying it's always a good time to be hot. But dude,
but your point you're making. Go ahead, because it was a good point.
Your hotness used to have to be discovered.
Yes.
Like a creepy producer would have to be like, you got to see this waiter.
Now you can just tell the world that you're sexy.
Yeah.
That is true.
That pisses me off.
wait.
That fucking pisses me off.
You don't like the direct-to-consumer sexiness?
No!
Yeah, that doesn't work in your favor.
Because...
What do you mean it doesn't work in his favor? Is he a porn producer?
It doesn't work in my favor, dude. I can't... I have to tell the world that I'm mid. I have to announce my midness every day.
I think the world already knew.
But now they're like, you have to tell everybody. You have to show everyone how mid you are all the time.
Yeah, you don't have
If you're
time
not showing how
up.
ugly you are 3 days a week, you're out of this fucking biz. It's over for you.
Yeah, dude. It is crazy that being hot now is way better. You're right, because
it's a good time to be
well, back when you would just be a waiter. You'd just be in
and
whatever city.
And you'd have to just marry some shitbag in your city.
Yeah.
They don't do that now.
Yeah, now there's like a Saudi prince that'll pee in your mouth.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can go there for $50,000? I'll take that.
They just, dude, if you were a hot Buc-ee's employee and you just put like a little airplane emoji in your bio, it's like, okay, yeah, you won't work at Buc-ee's next month.
Yeah.
You'll
Wait, that's what the airplane emoji means?
It means you'll get flown out.
Get flown out.
You get flown out.
Yeah.
And then you get blown out.
Oh, I did not know that. Did you know that?
You get a little airplane emoji. That's
I
when
didn't
you're a
know that either.
hooker.
Yeah, it's like the online version of the pineapple earrings. So you're letting people know you're down.
Yeah. No, it means like you can fly me out and I'll fuck you for money.
My wife wears pineapple ears.
Wow.
It's usually a swinger sign. Let people know you're a swinger. Maybe you didn't know.
Yeah. I didn't know.
What she's doing.
Can I ask you something, Deric? And if you how fair skinned if your baby's very fair skinned, how worried are you? Scale 1 to 10.
Damn.
That's a great question.
That's a good question.
How fair skinned before you go?
We're sitting lightest to darkest.
We are. It's a gradient right now.
Yeah. So I'm like, I definitely.
Yeah. Which of us?
Exactly. Who did it land on?
Yeah.
If it came out
Pick
like
your
me,
favorite color palette.
That's what I'm worried about. If it came
be-
out you, I'd be like, whoa. But I know it will probably in the beginning.
yeah, they start off pretty pale.
They start pretty pale, and then
They sort of grow into their color.
I'm hope she probably, if I had to guess, she's probably gonna be around Luke's color.
What's up?
Just an olive.
An
I don't think
olive
she's
nice
skin.
this
olive
dark.
skin.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
she'll be this dark either.
Maybe she could. I mean, she has a little more of me in her, I guess, or I guess her. But even I'm mixed.
You're
This
mixed.
baby's gonna be.
But Sam's Latin. Lopez, right?
No one knows what Sam is.
No, yeah, this is a very
No one knows what
thing
Sam
with this is a thing with Sam. We don't actually know what she is.
She don't know.
What do you mean?
She don't know.
Okay, never mind. I won't press.
No, you can't. I'm saying like she's clearly a white person. If you talk to my wife, you're like, this is a white
Well,
woman.
she's
Yes.
culturally.
a white woman.
Yeah.
But
Right.
she could have some day laborers
No,
in
no.
her lineage.
Yeah.
But it does look like she has some day laborers. In her
I'm
name.
on your
Her
side.
last name is Lopez.
Yeah.
Lopez.
I'm saying when you ask her about it or her family about it, they all go, we're white. And it's like, what's happening?
Really?
They go, we don't know. We don't know how we got
wait.
this last name.
Oh, maybe they're like Spanish. Like Spaniards.
That's very
Yes.
possible as well.
And then
Yeah.
their mom is Italian. So they're mainly,
Yeah.
she feels like a white
Dude,
person.
who was I talking to? I was talking to a brown comic. He's like a Middle Eastern guy. And he was saying that his dad wanted to assimilate so badly here that he had to tell his dad's not white. Like 60 years into the dad's life.
He was like, what?
Yeah.
What are you
talking about? What do you mean?
What do you say to me?
No, don't fucking disrespect me like that.
He's eating
You
rice with his
motherfucking
hands. What the fuck?
What the fuck are you talking about? Fucking never fucking.
You are steel, bitch. You are fucking. You are what? You sister fucker, bitch.
Your mother sister fucker.
Benchod.
Wait, so he was what? What was he? He was like
fucking
Lebanese or something?
dark Syrian. Like the guy was
Oh.
a brown guy. And he was just
Syrian
like,
is
I'm
on
white.
the line.
Yeah,
on
it's
the
like
line.
near the Caucasus Mountains. You can
Yeah.
delude yourself into
Yeah.
saying
There's
you're
some
Caucasian.
cracker-looking Syrians.
That's
'Cause
true.
Technically,
I'm
Persians are Caucasian.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah,
Whoa.
There's
Yeah.
some light-skinned Persians.
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, my dad is half Lebanese, and he does not look like a Lebanese man. He's a white guy.
Oh, yeah, you
So
look
that's
more
why
like
you-
a Lebanese man.
Yeah, I
You-
actually do.
Yeah, you do.
Picked up
Because
some
is your
Lebanon.
mom? What's your mom?
Full Sicilian.
Okay, so white.
Yeah, she's like, but like a real
There's an olive though.
There's-
See, okay.
He's always doing this.
Everyone
fucking-
Italians.
What are you doing? Like, Italians are our own thing, dude.
He
No,
loves to
see, now
say
you're
this.
doing the
He
thing.
loves to say this.
All Italians love to pretend they're not white.
It's like they cannot
No, people-
help it.
People were mean to us in the early 1900s. That means we're black now.
Yeah, it's like, If
Dude, I was talking to this old Italian guy with a grovelly voice, and he's like, "We probably had it the worst out of anybody." I was like, "Anybody? Out of everyone who suffered in America,
anybody, huh?
they can't." Yeah, it wasn't even like we had some tough times too. It was like, by far, we suffered the most.
That's so funny. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are both good at accents.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Pretty much the whole
I just knew
podcast.
Christoph was. So this, yeah, right when you started doing this, it was like, it was like literally like, oh,
We
fuck,
do this a
dude.
lot. We do
Luke
a
is
lot.
on the team too.
We'll do a sleepy podcast episode, and for like 20 minutes, we're like, I did do it. Like, feet up, talking in an Indian
Yeah,
accent.
we perk back up.
20 minutes.
It's 11 a.m. being like, it's like 11:30 in the morning.
Bro, say
the dogs.
tell them the observation you made on the way here.
Oh,
'Cause they're doing it now.
because so you and Luke,
You
do
guys
it,
are
and
annoying. No.
and you and Peyton do it in the Green with Mothership a lot.
Yeah.
The way you guys riff in characters.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, when we riff situationally. So
Yeah.
we're like, what if this crazy thing happens? Because we can't do voices.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
true.
I
Yeah,
got-
and I was like, oh, there's like different riff languages.
You're
Yeah,
building
for
the
sure.
storyline out.
Yeah, we're really-
Yeah.
I
That
got
makes
you.
sense.
Yeah, I was watching an episode of your podcast, and that's when I was like, "Oh, it blew it blew my
Yeah.
mind. Like, oh, there's like you can riff in a different like you're speaking,
Yeah.
we're speaking English, and you're doing Japanese."
But it was, when he told me that in the car, I was like, oh, damn, they do be doing that.
Yeah. No, we do stand up very similarly too, me and Luke. It's very like A to B act out,
Yeah.
usually with a voice is like the quickest way you can get there.
Yeah.
It's like
Wow.
quickest
The quickest way to the, and then,
quickest way to a character-ish thing or like
And then if it's going well, just beat the act out into the ground.
literally beat it to
Like,
death.
my best sets are when I'm like getting really weird, dude. I was like crowd working with some guy at Sunset who said it like the comic before asked him like what happened or what does your dad do this, and the guy was like, I ain't seen my daddy in 38 years, and like they were a fun crowd, and like I was doing his voice because he was liking it, the crowd was laughing, and I started doing some rip about my daddy got fucked to death at a Waylon Jennings gun. I was like, it didn't even make any sense. A gay cowboy fucked my daddy to death.
Yeah, it's like how unrepeatable half the like I'm sure you guys are similar, but like half the things you do on stage that are off the cuff, you try again. There's just absolutely they have no clue what the fuck you're talking about.
yeah,
Yeah, bro.
You can't build the context again. The
Yeah, it's
context for that
over.
moment just
You
disappeared.
think like, oh, I'll just say similar shit before. It never works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. You and everybody on that same wavelength. That's
Yeah,
just
and
weird.
then it's like you next show. You're like, all right, Waylon Jennings fucked a guy to death. And everyone's like, what are you talking about? You sound like a psycho.
I love when you get if you're filming a lot of sets. I try to like this year be like, all right, just film your sets because it feels so gay and corny. And just like, I'm going to walk into the club. Tommy's going to make fun of me for having a camera. Just take the roasting and set up the fucking camera.
Yeah.
Because like for like 3 years, I would just be like, no, it's not even my camera. And just not set it up because it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
But like you'll get a bit the first time you do it and the bit crushed. And then you can just post it. And it's the only time it ever works.
Right.
And people are like, this bit's great. I'm like, statistically, it's a horrible bit.
Yeah.
It's actually terrible.
It works
It's got a
one
95% failure rate.
But I was excited about it the first time I said it, and I
Yeah.
caught that feeling.
Yeah.
There's so many things in comedy that are smart that are just feel gay.
Oh, like
like
business
trying.
decisions.
Like trying, like filming everything, crowd work.
Getting on the floor, like getting on the ground while you're on stage.
Getting
Like
on the
doing
ground.
some kind of act out where you're actually on the
where you're
ground.
moving a lot.
Yeah.
Anytime, like a lot of physical movement, you're like, oh, what am I, the gayest guy on earth? What is this, theater? You know? Dude, merch.
yeah, but
Merch.
Merch is brutal.
yeah.
But it's so, like, obviously you should do it.
Yeah, I mean...
The amount of money I've left on the table.
They just double their money.
Yeah.
That's
You are doubling their money by being like... That's my face.
I've gone from like shitting on that to now I'm like, you got to figure something out, man. So like
Yeah.
every time I see a guy with the merch, I'm like, good for you, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
proud
Good
of you
merch.
and your koozies.
Yeah, it's like wristbands and koozies, and you're like, what are you, a
Buttons.
fucking like kiosk at the mall?
Yeah,
you
the-
fucking goober.
the
And
idea
then
of
you're
more-
like, he's like, I made $800, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah. All cash. It's like, what?
It is all cash. But I will say this: I feel like there's integrity in everything. Yes, you should sell merch.
Yeah.
But if you're a guy with just one thing.
Oh,
we
yeah.
sell the T-shirt.
Right.
I sell the hoodie or the hat. It has to be a thing.
Right.
When a guy has a million trinkets, when a guy's just fucking opening up a dollar store,
Yeah, when he's got like a flea market going.
yeah, that's when I'm like, no,
Yeah,
you're an
yeah.
artist. You're not trying to like.
Right, he's putting his face onto like beads and shit.
Yeah, it's like, why do you have a
You-
backpack full of dream catchers? We're at the Virginia Beach Funny Bone.
You know who had the funniest merch is well, it's not kind of making fun of him a little bit, but dude, there was a point when Shane Moss was selling candles.
Candles?
Candles.
That's pretty good.
No, but dude, imagine bringing 100 candles. Bro, it was like 400 pounds. It was like he had to check an extra suitcase, and it was like full of glass.
It's also important to remember. It's also important to remember Shane Moss. He's doing great now. Good for him. He did so many psychedelics that he became a schizophrenic, and he
like,
needed
lost
to be.
his mind.
So I'm just imagining a mentally
Ill
ill
man.
just a man in active schizophrenia, wheeling a suitcase full of candles through the DC airport. He's on a bus from the DC airport to Magoobies with a suitcase full of candles.
So insane.
Yeah, that's true. Like,
It's like, nobody on here realizes I'm God.
Candles are 2 for $40, 1 for $25.
Oh my God.
I'm the reincarnation of Jesus Christ.
that is true. To have unwieldy merch is also wild.
Having insane merch? I was thinking about doing insane merch. We should have something fucking crazy.
Stanhope had the best where he would
Beyblades?
just sell the Beyblades would be fun.
Beyblades is fire.
Beyblades would rule.
He's traveling with 5,000
Beyblades with his face
That'd be
on it.
sick. You should do like little, like, you know, small town flea market, just ninja stars, small daggers.
Yeah, for sure. Pocket watches.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird.
Bro,
Fire.
a deadly object.
Yeah, just
Something actually
Yeah.
dangerous.
yeah, dangerous shit.
Yeah.
One katana, you're like, the katana's 500. I signed it.
Yeah, we should just sell weapons.
We should sell
We start
weapons.
doing
dealers.
just weapons.
Yeah, we'd probably get banned from a few clubs for that. I don't know.
Guns.
He's like, I don't know if we can have those guys back. I don't know.
Guns.
He's like, I don't know if we can have those guys back. There's ninja star holes.
The
green room is just torn apart drywall from all the ninja stars we threw.
Dude, all the autistic guys that listen to the podcast, we'd probably sell out.
Yeah.
Oh,
They'd be like
yeah,
rocking
yeah,
back
yeah.
and forth. Like, can I have four?
Oh, dude,
dude.
If you have the real autistic guys, you could probably sell body pillows of yourself.
Body pillows,
Dude.
ninja stars.
Yeah, they go nuts with the ninja stars, dude. Just in the lobby of the comedy club, like, thank you.
I've been throwing the ninja stars at the body pillow. It's every girl who's ever rejected me. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Oh my god, I didn't realize. Yeah, every person who listens to your podcast is an autistic person.
I think we support the autistic
We
community.
love the autistic community.
But I didn't realize that about. I was like, oh, that's every pod.
Oh,
Just a
yeah.
bunch of people who fucking need to listen to. Like, oh yeah, they're all autistic.
Yeah.
They're not sort of, they're less listening and more self-soothing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're just figuring out how
And
people speak.
let's also, yeah.
They're studying.
just the idea of some guy right now just with a note and pad.
He goes, okay, eye contact, smile.
But I don't get it when I do the Japanese accent. People don't like it.
I did it at a sushi restaurant. No one liked it.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'll take one shot of sake, please. Thank you.
dude, I went to I opened a show for, it was a weird ass show for these YouTubers who did like, they have like a reaction channel. So reaction is worse. Like that's 2 steps above podcast. Like, you know, say what you will, friendship simulator, whatever. But then reaction is like literally autistic people watching how to laugh at a video. That's what it is. It's watching a TikTok and going, okay, you laugh at that moment. That's a funny moment that other people would enjoy.
Yeah.
So I opened like, they did like a try not to laugh like couch thing. The amount of autistic people, it was fully just all autistic like children.
What was the heckle you got?
Dude, I came up and they played the John Cena music for me. Of course, because they love that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And they played it too late. Like the DJ was like too late. Like because I walked on stage, it was silent, and then I grabbed the mic, and then John Cena music starts playing, and I go, "What the fuck?" Like I just started riffing about it. Like, why did John Cena music start playing? And a guy in the front audience goes, "'Cause you got tickets." And I go, "What? I got tickets?" And he goes, "To see John Cena." And he stood up and looked around like this. And I was like, holy fuck. I was like, holy fucking shit. And then I realized everyone looked like him in the whole audience. Like, you think, oh, there's one freak. We could all jump on the freak, but they're all like...
It's just 300 bowl cuts.
literally
waiting for
like,
John Cena.
It was It was like a bunch of like tiny 18-year-old boys, like emaciated, you know, children wearing like Minecraft t-shirts and shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Crazy.
Damn.
And then I said, I'm like, oh, I moved to Austin recently, and a girl goes, "Get out of the town!" And I was like, what?
Well, that's funny.
And I go, what? She goes,
That's
flee while you still can.
No, she didn't.
She said, flee.
She didn't say flee while you
Bro,
still
I have
can.
the video.
Flee while you still can.
Flee, there's still time.
I wish I was there so
swear
badly.
That's a threat. She can't talk to you like that.
She wouldn't say that to you.
Yeah.
No, that'd be great.
Go back to where you came from. Autistic racist.
Methinks you go back to Africa.
Perchance.
That is hilarious. That is a threat. You're right. That is the autistic version of spin the block.
Yeah, they wanted to spin the fucking block on my ass. They said, where you stay at?
Flee while
stay-
you still can.
Where you game at, cuz?
Yeah.
Are other audience people laughing while this is like when
Yeah,
the
how
guy
are
gets
they
up?
feeling about?
Or
No,
was it
it
silent
was
during
just
this?
they had no idea what to, none of them had ever been to any show. You could tell,
Right,
they'd
this is
never
like the
been to
first
a
time they're
concert.
outside.
Yeah.
in a
Yeah,
while.
this is literally, it's like the sun, you know? And then I just pointed out, I was like, God, everyone here is so fucking autistic. And then they applauded. And I was like, okay. Like, I was just so confused. So trying to do jokes they were like,
Damn.
you know.
Well,
I wish
haven't-
I was there so badly.
Yeah, what was the show? The headliner show like?
Well, so.
Because they do reaction videos.
No, but they
so-
didn't do any. All they did was sit and react to the stand-up. They sat on a fucking couch. And every time you made them laugh, you made $100.
Whoa.
So they
Now
gave
Derek's
me
thinking about it.
the fuck?
they gave me $300.
Damn, how long was your set?
5 minutes.
300 for 5 minutes? Pretty good.
Pretty good.
All autism?
Yeah,
Did you
kind
do
of the
jokes
best
or did
night
you
of
just
my
riff?
life, honestly.
Yeah. Did you do jokes at all, or did you just riff?
It was like half jokes, half riff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where was
Also
this?
important to know that J.J. Lieberman was on the
Yeah,
line.
JJ Lieberman was unreal. You gotta
He
watch
gooned
him.
He gooned on him?
He gooned on him.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
that's
so
good.
they're like, we understand
Yes,
this.
gooning. Yes, pornography. We're all addicted.
He did well. He did well, right? 'Cause
Yeah, he did great. His stat went like okay, and then he just started just reaming them out, just like in the only a way only JJ can, and they kind of started to love it. Like he just bullied the fuck out of them.
He Bill Burred the incels?
Yeah, he fully like, you fucking retard. They're like, hell yeah.
JJ makes me laugh so hard, dude. I loved watching him go up in New York in front of like a quiet, shy crowd. Because New York crowds are not, Austin crowds are a little more loose, and just be a lunatic, be heinous.
Psycho.
Just be heinous. There was a crowd with a bunch of Asian people, and they were really quiet. Everybody's bombing, and he goes, Asians love fucking Asian guys. Smoothest hole. Asian guys got the smoothest hole. And it was like off the boat Chinese people. Not even like Chinese American. Just families of Chinese people.
Yeah, dude. There's I forget how he got into it, but there's a point where it was he was talking about being like a bisexual dude, and some girl yelled, and she's like, he goes, you still wouldn't fuck me because I've sucked cock from a hole in the wall. Just screaming about how you love glory holes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does not give a fuck. He will just go. He goes.
Truly.
I mean, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Just be truly yourself.
Yeah, there's
The
5
gooniest version.
Brooklyn Comedy Club, there's 5 guys from Ireland, big guys, arms crossed in the front row. They went there to be like Fort Knox. They're like, we ain't laughing at fucking shit.
Yeah.
We're not laughing at nothing tonight. We're gonna have a couple points and fucking sit stone faced, not laugh at none of them. And they were just like, they were committed to this. And I ate my cock. It was horrible. And then JJ goes up after me and he starts doing his bits. They're giving him nothing. He looks over and goes, hey, what's your fucking problem? I will fuck you in the ass. Threatened gay rape. I'm like, this jacked Irish guy. And he scared him off. They were like, what?
Whoa.
Oh god,
That rules.
those are my favorite people. The people who clearly come to the comedy club to have a bad time.
Oh,
yeah.
God. What
It's
do
the
you...
best. Lesbians do that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Great
whatever
point.
reason,
Yeah, I was
lesbians
saying
will
rape.
come to have a bad time in the front row.
Lesbians don't have a lot of fun, I think. Because gay guys have a blast.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
objective.
Yes.
Gay
Well,
guys
you
are
know,
having a
there's
ball.
a lot of these...
Yeah, just
these
hang out with women all the time. You're
lesbians.
kind of like,
Yeah, that would bum me out.
Have you heard of like the no touch lesbians?
Yeah.
Like it's like a lot of more masculine lesbians are in this category where they don't want to like get their like puss eaten or finger banged or anything. They don't want to do anything. All they want to do is like lick box and like finger and like strap on
whoa.
dildo. They don't do anything to themselves. So these guys are never coming.
Ah.
They're all pent up. They're wound up like a taut spring their whole life.
That makes
not
sense.
coming.
They're
that makes
never
a lot
coming.
of sense.
coming.
They never come.
I'd have a bad time everywhere if I never came.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm the biggest bitch on earth.
You ever
I'm the biggest bitch. Dude, I did a no-fap for a while in college.
What's that?
And
Where you don't-
it's
no
where you
jerking off
no
whatsoever.
jerking off, no coming, no nothing. And I visited home for a while, like 2 weeks in, and I turned into like a 13-year-old boy again, where like my mom like went into my room and like unpacked my suitcase or something like that.
Some
And I
nice
was like,
mom shit.
Literally normal nice mom shit. I go, get the fuck out of my room. I'm 20 years old. Get the fucking shit. What the fuck are you doing? Like literally full white boy, full white boy, crazy fucking energy. And I'm like, I gotta jerk off. What the fuck is that? I was like, I'm such an asshole.
Oh my
I turn
God.
in, I get so crotchety so fast.
Oh, that's so funny.
I'm already a bit of an irritable guy. 3 days no fab. I'm fucking
You ever find out a
shut up.
There's a chick.
I'm trying to do like no planned attacks. We talked to Danny Brown on our pod the other day, and he was like, he does no planned attacks where it's like you don't go in with like expecting to jerk off, but you just sort of like get there.
Yeah.
You're just like by yourself or whatever. You're like, and it's sort of like fucking yourself.
Yeah, you're like, I don't fucking jerk off.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So no porn, no, and then when it happens, it's more natural and it feels better.
Oh, no porn.
Yes.
Yeah, no porn. No. Literally,
No-
you're
no
just going about
planned
life.
attacks.
You're like, I'm actually horny and I want to jerk off. Right
Yeah.
That would take me a week. I don't think I could no planned attack. Yeah, I'd need a week.
I like that.
Yeah, it's
You
nice.
told me to.
And then like when you're in like hotel rooms on the road, that's international waters. Then you do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So you have
okay.
some release because you don't want to be in like in fucking
porn jail?
Cleveland and you're just stuck in a hotel room and it's like 20 degrees
God,
outside.
What the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah,
What is
you
it?
gotta.
What is it about a hotel on the road, man?
gotta
I don't
jerk
even.
it.
These days, I don't jerk that much.
Got to.
Man,
You
dude, you put me in a hotel in Milwaukee, I'm like, time to make this place the saddest room.
Just
Wait,
like,
do you guys come on the towels or do you come all over the room?
dude,
I come into a tissue. I'm a pretty neat jerker.
Yeah, me too. I'm a neat jerker. Although once in a while I'll like come on something.
I'm that old Rogan bit.
What?
That old Rogan bit of he rolls around like an alligator after in the hotel. You know what I'm talking about? It's an old bit where he rolls around. He comes in the hotel bed and then just rolls around like an alligator. That's my move. That's 100% what I fucking come on the left side of the bed and then roll over to the right side of the bed and go to sleep.
I actually didn't know.
You're that guy?
No.
You're that
yeah,
guy?
I'm that guy too.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to come as if because I like to imagine
You
if
just
I'm gonna jerk
wild
off.
nuts?
Yeah, well-
Busting wild nuts?
Yeah, because
Wild nuts. You might be wild nuts.
I mean, I do agree with it. A couple times I've done that, I felt free.
Yeah?
I was like,
Oh, it's the
yeah,
best.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's the greatest.
Sometimes, one time I was like, I'm just going to come on
you
the
gonna let him
door.
talk to you.
Dude, I
You gonna let him talk to you.
You're clearly coming from a place of insecurity.
Oh, fuck you, man.
Dude, I remember in high school finding out like half my friends would jerk off into the toilet. I
Yeah, I
never
do
did
that.
that. Oh, man, I don't know. That's a lot of hip flexion to be jerking. Mid-jerk.
I jerk off into the toilet now.
Yeah?
You just
Yeah.
sit on the back. You sit on the back of the toilet.
We've talked about my dick, though. My boners go up.
Oh.
I got a steep up curve.
Oh, you got an
I got a steep up curve, I would say.
Yeah.
Steep.
I would say-
up curve.
Like if you were walking it, you'd be like, "Oh, this is like,
A steep up curve.
No, it's
hill?
like my dick is flexing its bicep.
oh my god."
Yeah. It's just-
Ew.
it's not, okay, it's not that good.
It's not like in the middle, I'm assuming.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Okay,
like-
tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop.
Keep going. Well, you got to curve your hand a bit. There you go. Not that much. Keep going.
other way?
Way up. Up.
Whoa. You're this bad?
I'm there. Right there.
Oh, okay. So your whole arm. I thought you were going. Well, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, your head has a joint.
No.
Bro, you're like one of those animals that have sex and they lock in,
Yeah.
so the woman can't.
So if I'm laying down, it's like this. If I've come over my head. Dude, I've come over my own head plenty of times.
Wow.
Whoa.
Like a dozen times. I've come over my head.
But if you come over your head a dozen times, that means you've
Come
also
on your face.
On your face.
A
at
couple
least
times.
a couple times.
Nah, man, come on. I have come on my own face.
You come on your own face.
It was
Yo,
an
he's going
accident.
over his head. He's had it in his
Yeah,
face.
he had to.
It had to
That's
naturally
I
be there.
accidentally
You
give
say,
my-
you say accident, but there's no way you haven't been like, I think I can get it over, and you've hit. You know what I mean? There's no way you haven't done it on accident or on purpose.
Dude, bro, he's doing tricks.
There's
on it.
really nothing. There's nothing that makes you feel lamer than being like the angry woman of your own facial. Like I come on my own face and I'm like, God damn it! I don't like that.
disgusting.
I don't like that.
This is disgusting.
Yeah, I come
I've
on my
never
own
done
face.
that.
Yeah, I steep up.
My
curve.
pee-pee's normal.
If I'm laying on,
No curve at all.
It kind of takes a right a little.
Yeah, mine takes a left.
Takes a really soft right.
Mine takes a left.
if I'm laying on a
Think
bed,
about it.
I got a slight up curve, but not over the own head up.
Are you
Over the
left-handed,
head,
Derek?
no right-handed.
I'm left-handed.
nice.
I was thinking about that. I was like, because mine goes slightly to the right. I'm like, have I just jerked it right?
Ooh.
I think that is real.
Ooh.
though.
Jerked it right.
I jerk
Yeah.
off with my
Ooh,
left hand.
This is nature versus nurture,
You
right
know?
here.
Yeah,
That's what
dude.
this is.
It's like, you know how like people with braces tend to have softer jaw lines? Mm-hmm. I think you fucking just made it, malleable.
Eroded your dick.
I
to the
eroded
right.
my dick tissue to the right.
I agree.
I fucking did
Because
that.
I'm to the left, so I think that's what happened.
Do you jerk left?
Yeah.
Wow.
You're a switch hitter? That's crazy.
Why do you jerk left? So it feels like
I know a few guys like this.
so it feels like someone else.
For jerking
So it
with your
feels like someone
That
else?
feels better than a right.
You ever play
Really?
golf or baseball?
Baseball, yeah.
Did you bat lefty?
Yeah.
Wow.
Left side, yeah.
You throw righty, bat lefty.
Throw righty, bat
You might
lefty.
just be
Wow.
ambidextrous, dude.
No, because I can't write with my left hand.
No, my left hand's useless. I could cut this thing off.
No, I
My
bat
life
righty.
wouldn't
I
be
bat
that
righty.
Oh, bat righty.
But I kick with my left.
Interesting.
Weird.
Damn.
There's a lot of guys like that. They do like golf randomly lefty, bat
Usu-
randomly lefty.
Usually it's like left-handed people who do stuff right-handed, though. It's usually not the other way around. Just because so much of the world is right-handed.
yeah,
you're
that
like,
they get.
Yeah. Like I can throw pretty decently with my right hand just because of like being in PE and they only had right-handed gloves.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, I guess I'll just learn how to throw right-handed for this hour.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
a situation.
Everyone thought you were so gay.
Yeah.
Look, I'm left-handed.
No, I actually learned how. Like I sat in the mirror and learned how to throw right-handed because I didn't want to look stupid.
I did the same thing throwing lefty because I hurt my arm, and then I still wanted to play Little League, so I just kind of learned lefty.
Yeah, there's so when you don't do it naturally, you realize there's so much that goes into a throw before you actually move your upper body.
Yeah.
Like you're doing so many things with your legs
Leg
first,
and
and
hips.
then the upper body comes second.
That's why it's so uncoordinated the other way.
Dude, our gym teachers were psychos. All boys Catholic high school. They
Also, they
our
molested
gym
you.
teachers.
That's it. That's what I like where this is going. They didn't molest
they
my
were
baseball.
crazy.
They just fucked us in the ass.
Yeah,
They were crazy.
struck out. They'd fuck you.
Hit a home run, they'd fuck you.
This guy's like a lunatic. They were crazy. This guy's like fucking. Jeez. No, they would. Our gym teacher, Mr. Lombardo. I don't mind fucking saying his name.
Yeah.
I don't like that guy.
Oh, shit.
Shots
Mr.
fired,
Lombardo.
Mr. Lombardo.
Yeah,
Shots
oh.
fucking
Got
fired.
beef.
Yeah, he would just play basketball with us at gym and like post us the fuck up and be like shoving
throwing
people.
you elbows.
Dude, he's like acting like Draymond in this fucking Catholic school gymnasium. We're like, chill the fuck out.
How old are you
dude.
guys?
16, 17. They
Okay,
really did,
you know what? I feel differently now.
They
Yeah, I
treated
thought,
us.
I
I was
was
imagining-
8-year-old boys.
Oh, so you could have fought back.
No, they treated us like men. They tossed us around a bit.
Yeah.
Fuck us. They
Tossed
would
you
like,
around, huh?
like we'd be if two guys were fighting, like you'd get like yanked off and thrown against the locker.
yanked
The male teachers were not fucking around. They didn't mind. roughing
Everything
us up.
has such sexual undertones on this.
There was
Were
a
the-
lot of sexual undertones to everything.
Yeah, all boys Catholic high school is
Yeah,
like,
would you ever teachers that would randomly be rotated out?
I mean, like fucking priests in Boston.
Yeah.
like priest in the world.
But look, would that happen
I'm
at your
thinking
school?
spotlight.
Where they would randomly like move people out?
We had a priest that got randomly moved. Father
Yeah.
Guzik.
They moved them.
Yeah, you're naming names.
I'm naming
I don't know if
names.
you're supposed to do that. I don't think we're supposed to talk about what happened. to
But
us.
they get like,
I hated
transferred around.
Yeah, they get transferred into other schools though. They just
Yeah.
stay in the school
Yeah.
system. They
Yeah,
can't-
so my school, I remember a lot of brothers were so you had a
Catholic
lot of
school?
stay. Yeah, I went to a Catholic private school and all boys. So a lot of brothers would stay, and then a lot of like I'd say at least every year 25% would be moved like on to the next school.
Yeah, they transfer them around for some reason.
Dude, I remember
Yeah, we know the reason.
we had,
We 1,000,000% know the exact reason.
we had to give like an end of school speech in front of like a class at the end of
Everybody
our 4
did?
years. Every dude had
Jesus.
there's a religious name for it. I fucking forget, but it was like it was like almost like reading a thesis paper in front of the class and just like saying what you've taken away from 4 years of Jesuit high school. And this one kid came out of the closet gay, which is pretty ballsy, all boys Catholic school. I mean, we were calling each other gay all the time. Like to be like, no, I'm for real gay.
Yeah.
Was like ballsy. And I just remember Brother Derby, priest, naming names. Brother Derby was like visibly livid at the homosexuality. So there's a kid like telling us all he's gay, and Brother Derby's like,
ironically, a very gay
there's
reaction.
like a furious homophobic priest to the left of him.
Brother,
That's so funny. Meanwhile, he's got a butt plug in at that moment.
these molesting
that
boys
kid did that
rampant.
for all y'all.
It's like a guy.
Homo.
He's a guy he never got to molest. He's like, oh really? Oh, it's funny. I didn't know that.
Okay. Well, you didn't learn that from
Yeah,
me.
you weren't allowed to be gay at my high school.
No,
No, they kick you out.
this is a black high
They
school.
kick you out?
A black, all private.
All black high school.
All black Catholic high school. They're calling it the most homophobic place ever created. Teenage black boys who are Catholic.
You go to the priest. You go to the priest's office. He's like, "I'm sorry, Derek. We ain't about all that foo-foo gay shit."
You have to write "I don't fuck with that gay shit" on the board over and over again. It's like Bart Simpson's, but it's "I don't fuck with that gay shit."
All right, Deric, you're in detention. You're gonna have to write "Ayo" with 7 O's.
Garrett, pause.
Oh my god!
Why couldn't you be gay?
It was against religion.
Oh,
so,
Catholic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's against so it's a
Yeah.
private school. So you have to do by their rules.
You have to
So
be
we had to
gay
wear the dress
outside.
shit every day.
Yeah.
Every
Did
day,
you
like,
get
the whole
hate
thing.
the sinner, not the sin? Or the other way around, hate the sin, not the sinner? I went to Catholic school
so.
till I was 9 or 10. I remember hate the sin, not the sinner.
I remember having
It's
to
a wild thing to say to an 8-year-old.
Insane.
Yeah, it's a very
I'm
deep,
like,
like-
I am 9. I don't understand sex at all. And you're like, yeah. And then we had to do this thing about premarital sex. We had like these big talks about premarital sex.
Yeah, we had a lot of those.
We had a lot of those. And then we
But you're in high school. That makes sense. These guys are like 7.
I was legit
Yeah.
8 or 9 years old.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We had to like
But that is
call-
how you weed out who can fuck and who can't
Yeah,
fuck. So you just like
yeah, that is
so-
very predatory.
So blowjobs are sins. Who knows what those are?
Yeah.
There was a
Gregor, okay.
dude, there's a. I was in detention a lot, and the dean ran detention. Dean O'Connor, fucking love Mr.
Bro,
O'Connor.
you are shouting names out.
Shout out to Mr. O'Connor. Mr. O'Connor rules. I love Mr. O'Connor. And I remember there was a girls' school down the street, and I was in detention. Like, this is called Narden. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go by Narden after this. Trying to like brag in detention. He's like, what would a girl want with you? You're an idiot.
You're a fool.
Yo, that's an insanely good roast. You're an idiot.
So great.
Did you laugh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was hilarious, dude.
That rocks.
Yeah.
Damn, we had like a whole gay straight alliance and all that in our school. You could
Really?
totally.
But you
be
were
gay.
San Fran.
San Francisco.
I was in San Jose. Yeah,
You
they-
were the weird one.
Yeah, they're not gay.
Not being gay.
They were beating him up.
Yeah. No, they did the premarital sex thing. They gave us all sparklers, and which is gay. And
But also makes sex seem real cool.
right. So
Yeah,
this is what they did.
That's awesome.
So this was like how I totally didn't understand the analogy. It was like they gave us sparklers, and then we played with the sparklers, like the little, and then they're like, that's what premarital sex is like. And then they like shot off a firework, and they're like, that's what marital sex
Oh,
is like.
dude, that would fuck any kid up.
And I was like, I was having a blast with
the
those
sparklers, yeah.
I had more fun with the sparklers.
Because I'm actually doing
I'm
stuff
going,
with spark- yeah.
and then I see a fire. I'm like, okay, like, what's more fun than a sparkler?
Yeah, it's
when,
in your
you're,
hand.
when you're 8 years old.
Bro, you know what they did for us? They gave us a candy. You took the wrapper off. It was like a bunch of us, and they were like, pass the candy around. So you pass the candy around the whole room, and then when they got back, they'd be like, and that is what premarital sex is like.
That's fire.
He literally- now we handed around with the candy. Who still wants to eat this? And everyone
Yeah.
raised their hand.
That's so funny.
Derek's teacher at the black school. See you, Laffy Taffy done been passed around. Yeah, man, you Laffy Taffy got a body count on him.
The peppermint is ran through. You did a train on that now
Man.
and later.
Whole squad got a piece of your Tootsie Roll.
That is crazy because when you see it at the end, you'd be like, yeah, I don't want it. It's 30 of
That's
these
such a
motherfuckers.
horrible way to talk
That's
about a
hilarious.
lady. It's an analogy for a woman's pussy.
That's-
And they're like,
also-
it's like a dirty piece of candy everyone's got their little grubby fingers on.
Fucking great.
And you're like, oh yeah, sorry she liked fucking. What a fucking whore. I hate
that
her.
rules.
What a whore. I despise her for giving everyone pussy. What a stupid bitch.
That rules.
Yeah, dude, that was crazy. That was at church, too. I remember that one.
Yeah.
You didn't go to church, huh?
No.
Are
No.
your
to,
parents religious?
I never went to mosque really. My
No.
parents got religious later in life.
Interesting.
As they got closer to God, I think they're more like, well, let's hedge our bets a little
Well,
bit.
are they immigrants
parents are going-
themselves?
Yeah, they're immigrants themselves. They were always like weirdly super liberal.
Okay.
Even for that conservative immigrant culture.
My parents
From
are liberal, too.
Bangladeshi liberals. Huh?
Bangladesh
Bengali
liberals,
liberal?
for sure.
Not India.
I know that.
Oh,
Yeah, he didn't. He was more saying that for himself. To remind himself.
Totally
of
different country. Do I know anything about
Derek's like,
Bangladesh?
hey,
No. No. I know it's not India. That is the most I know.
damn.
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
So they got religious later.
Yeah, they got religious later. Yeah, they got religious much
My parents
later.
are having a real white retirement. They're just getting fucking wasted all the time.
That's
yeah,
pretty bad.
that's
That's
what I know.
pretty
White
bad.
people do that.
They're just
doing
getting
that.
shit faced.
speed running death.
Yeah, they really are. They're having a blast.
Yeah, why not? Why not have
They're
fun while
loving
you go
life.
out?
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
people like they want to live till like they're 90, but like for what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can have a great life at 70, just live it.
Also, my mom and dad are like they've been boozing my entire life heavily. They do like they're in decent shape. They were like exercise and stuff, but they're fully able in their mid 60s. Like they can ski and they can ride bikes and shit. And I'm like, oh, so unless you're like morbidly obese, I'm probably gonna be fine at 70.
You do have to like do some. You just have to do some
You have to
baseline level
exercise.
exercise. Yeah.
And you also have to constantly have stuff to do. That's the
Yeah,
main
also,
thing. If you
my
have
dad-
stuff to do, actually, you were just going.
Yeah,
My dad's falling apart a little bit, but he worked blue collar his whole life.
yeah.
So I think
Right.
that's another part of it too. Is like if you don't have a physical, if your parents are lawyers.
Yeah, my dad's not blue collar at all. He's just destroying himself with Heinekens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's his only.
But that's
you know,
that's totally fine because he didn't destroy himself with hard physical labor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my dad's
So you
like
can-
knees are dust, you know.
Yeah.
It's just fucking,
Yeah.
like
My dad's getting Tommy. He's gonna have a Tommy John for this.
reconstructive elbow surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I mean he's all right, my dad for the most part, but he can't like. We walked like 12 blocks around. They visited Austin, and I walked him like all around downtown, showed him the shit, showed him the Capitol, whatever the fuck. Got lunch downtown, and then I was like, all right, let's walk back to the hotel. He's like, no. He's like, no, I'm taking an Uber. It's like a half-mile walk. He's like, not a fucking chance.
Damn.
Damn.
I was like, all right, well,
That makes sense.
he's 67.
Yeah.
Big guy or still pretty thin?
No, I mean he's like a thin guy with like a little belly. He looks like me, dude. He looks his body's exactly the same.
Oh shit! He's like almost 70.
Well, but he's got like bigger arms than me. He's like a real man.
Yeah. He's got
like, way
that
bit-
blue collar strength.
Yeah, he's got like crazy dad strength.
Yeah.
Oh,
He'll
dad
fucking
strength, too.
crush you. His forearms are the size of my head. But he's kind of like lanky with a little belly.
My dad's crazy. My dad's like in his 70s, become an avid hiker. He did Yosemite, a 14-hour hike.
Jesus,
At
in
like
his
75 years old.
That rules.
Yeah. He's like early 70s, like 71, 72.
that
yeah.
rocks.
That rules.
Yeah, your dad's a fucking beast.
My dad's
crazy.
that's beast.
That's sick.
It's
That's the way to do it.
crazy. He'll be like, I'll go for a walk when I visit. It'll be like 7 in the morning. I'm going for a walk. He doesn't come back until like 2 in the afternoon. And I was
Damn.
Like, yeah.
You
It's
just
like
walk for 6 hours.
just walk,
Dude.
That's
just
insane.
a hike. There's
Old
like a
people-
Muslim hiking group he's a part of, which I find
Muslim
hilarious.
hiking group
Yeah.
is very funny.
Dude, I went to the Villages in Orlando. It's like the biggest old folks community, like 150,000 people.
Damn.
Yeah.
And it's known for like they all fuck each other
Dude, that
and,
must be a
and
fuck
like
fest.
they
Yeah.
get drunk and stuff. But dude, they do little sports all day. They're all in great shape.
Yeah.
because they're playing like water volleyball
They
for
play water
5
volleyball,
hours.
pickleball,
Yeah.
shuffleboard. They're all doing the old guy classics.
Yeah, they're kind of shredded.
Yeah,
That's
they
the
walk
move, dude.
around and like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. My grandparents lived to the two that have passed. It lived like forever, and they were like super active people. They always just walked. They loved walking. They loved the beach. My grandpa was a marathon runner like his whole fucking life,
That's sick.
and he just like lived to like 90 and was like in perfect health the entire time, and they
That's
just
nice.
kind of died.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. I'm like, that's kind of the way to do it.
Yeah.
You kind
My-
of nailed it.
my
Big boozer
grandparents-
too. Fine.
My grandparents on my mom's side died of like third world diseases.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Damn,
oh yeah.
chickenpox.
Like hepatitis and dysentery. And it's like, oh shit.
Tiger.
Yeah.
Coconut fell on their
A monkey stole all their food.
It's a monkey dancing.
Yeah.
A monkey holding a weak worth chicken.
Yeah, just taunting them.
Baba got trampled by a zebra.
Indian zebra.
Yeah, one of
Zebras
those.
are in Africa, dude. It's your dumbass.
Damn.
Yeah, that's
bro.
why girls don't want you.
Bro. Ever since I talked about his wild nuts, dude.
Bro.
God.
Oh my god! I never met either one of my granddads. They both died in like their early 50s. So I was like, that's crazy. But my dad is doing all right. But he survives. He doesn't work out. He just fucking gets online and just talks shit to everybody.
Yeah.
It's online.
Hate comments.
Dude, it's
Your dad's
That's an
trolling?
online hater.
it's so funny. I'll be looking at this random Sports Center clip about like, and it's about like women's basketball, and it'll be like Ricky Poston. This isn't real sports.
That is so sick.
That fucking rules.
Yo, if you go to just a random Bronny James post, you'll just see my dad, fucking Nepo baby pussy. You never played in the 90s. man.
That's so fire.
Your dad's like 7 years old with NBA Twitter brains.
Bro, it's insane, bro. On anything, too. Just hating on everything. It's
Yeah, it's always whatever it is.
Banana
bad.
bread recipe. This is looks like shit.
Yo, it's crazy.
Dry as hell.
Never eat this, fucking loser. Like, why would you?
That
Bro,
rocks.
it's
That's
absurd.
He's
great.
gonna live to 110.
Yeah,
Yo, I
he'll
think
live
it's
the
going.
longest.
It does. I was like, oh, wow, if you're just going online talking mad shit to everyone, you would be like, this feels so good.
Oh yeah, I mean you
so
get that venom
funny.
out of you. It's not like inside of you forming a tumor.
And there's also
Yeah.
no. Is he retired?
Yeah.
There's no reason for like you don't. If you know, there's no one at your job who can see
No.
you doing crazy shit online.
No one can say
You're
anything.
just
No,
like
you're just
posting off a 401k. Well, probably not anymore. But you're posting
And my,
off a 401k.
and my mom's just like, it makes him happy. My mom's she's like,
You're just like,
it calms him down.
just be waking up at 6 a.m. as an old guy, be like, fucking
What did Billie Eilish say?
stupid bitch. That rocks.
It's
Bro, it's
funny
just-
every time.
I
That's so
scroll by
fire.
and I'm like, oh my God. I just wish it's like, yo, you gotta like, because we're clearly you're my dad. Like if you clicked on it, if you knew who I was at all, you already
Right.
be like, that's his son's Deric Poston.
You guys look alike.
I mean, no, and just his pictures.
His
of
pictures,
the
Oh,
family.
there's a
it's
bunch
all
of
It's
just
just a
pictures.
regular. It's
I
like
just was imagining you plus 40 years.
I wish I told him I was like, hey, you can do it under like
An alias.
alien. Yeah, just don't post pictures of the like
He's
it's
like,
like
what do
it's
I
his,
fucking
bro.
care?
It's his actual name, and then just fucking pictures of me and my brother and his kids, just like my wife.
So funny.
So
You see Ricky
funny.
Poston comment on like a mothership post of the headliner. This guy's trash.
So it's on site for this motherfucker. he was rude to my son.
Oh, bro, it's a problem.
That's awesome.
I'm so glad my dad has no idea what the internet is. He cannot handle it. He just doesn't get it at all.
Oh,
He has
that's nice.
zero understanding. Like he, you know, the Chris Rock slap.
Yeah.
I swear to God, 6 weeks later, my dad goes, "You see that video of Chris Rock getting slapped?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "I still haven't seen it." I go, "What? You haven't seen it?" He goes, "Yeah, people just told me about it."
Dude,
I go,
that's
"You didn't look it up?" He
awesome.
goes, "I don't know how to look nothing up." Yeah. I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Did you ever show it to him?
No.
He still hasn't seen it.
Do you know what he does?
Your
He
dad's
he does DVR for baseball games and football games and just watches them the day after.
That's awesome.
I mean, that's awesome. I like
That's
that.
awesome.
And I go, "Don't you?" Because he won't get it spoiled.
No.
He goes, "I just don't watch SportsCenter." I was like, "Oh
What about, I guess, going out in the real world, though? People talk about things.
He doesn't really. No.
no."
he's old dad stuff. He has his own
Chill.
world.
Yeah, you're right.
All
Yeah, he
all
goes
dads have their
fishing.
own life.
They do.
Outside
He would get
of
like he gets so
ecosystem.
pissed off. I've done it to him on accident. I
Yeah.
was like, "That fucking Bucks game." He's like, "Don't even fucking
yeah.
what the fuck?" It's like he didn't watch the season finale of fucking Game of Thrones. I go, "Yeah, Bucks lost 42-19. I don't know what
That's
you want from me."
awesome. Just to be getting like, you're hearing about like viral stories at messenger pigeon speed.
Yeah. Dude, he's getting like smoke signals about, you know.
Yeah, right now there's a pony pulling up to his house.
Yeah,
He doesn't have to
literally.
let him- It's like,
Yeah.
oh, Donald Trump won
No,
the
no,
election?
Dude, he hears about like tariffs from like Bay News 9.
Yeah.
Like the local.
Yeah.
You know, gets all his news from like from the local news channel.
Got some news coming in from town.
And then-
Kanye's a Nazi.
My dad probably could not pick Kanye West out of a lineup.
That's fair. That's
It
kind
could
of
be
fire.
4 white guys and Kanye West. My guy, I don't know who he is. No clue
This
who he is.
rules.
Yeah, he's a total like just. It's not like he's afraid of it. He literally doesn't understand.
Oh, that's so nice.
Like
That's
I
kind of
mean,
nice. You're just
Does he know who
disconnected.
Will Smith and Chris Rock are?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, when he does see the slap, it's going to blow his mind.
Dude, I saw him once. He was buying something online, which is like it's a big fucking deal when my dad tries to buy something online.
And he's typing like this, you know, like looking at the keyboard, not whatever.
And he's typing in his credit card number, and it's already auto-filled.
And he's just still, he's still here.
There's all the numbers. And he's just still here.
Oh, my God. I'm glad he didn't look up. It would have scared him.
So funny.
Yeah, he would have blown his mind.
Yeah.
It's like a deer. You're like,
Don't startle him.
It's gonna die. Be like, Steph, it makes him feel better.
Credit card.
Feel better.
it's so crazy, dude.
My mom has discovered TikTok,
Oh no.
Oh, it's so dude, her TikTok is the best. It's her because they all go to she goes to national parks and stuff with my dad a lot. It's all just beautiful videos of national parks with nice music.
Oh, that's
it's
lovely.
great. But the username is this is the old thing. The username is user 1576745. So you can never find it. But it's the most peaceful TikTok account I've ever seen in my entire life.
That's nice,
dude. My mom sends me. Dude, my mom found TikTok too, but it's just gay guys doing the cringiest thing ever, and she thinks it's so funny.
What, your stand-up clips?
Boom! Here comes the boom! Ready or not.
Does this happen to you every week? Is he just doing this to you?
No, dude, he's showing off. For
Yeah,
guests.
you know.
He's showing off for guests.
Yeah,
dude.
normally when it's just me and him, I'm like,
we're
nothing's
impressed.
good.
He's usually
We're impressed.
you guys have
Boom! Ready?
No, me and Luke
have to
talking.
lie on
I'm
your
like, I
behalf.
don't think anything's ever gonna work. What the fuck I'm fucking doing?
yeah.
Oh wow, that's exactly like our conversation. We're off camera.
It's all
Yeah,
fucking
Jesus
waste of
Christ.
fucking time.
A lot of that.
Like I'm
Yeah.
30 years old.
We were saying as soon as the cameras come on, it's either that or just vicious shit talking. The moment the camera starts.
We're like, that guy stinks. I'm gonna kill myself. Welcome to the show.
Dude.
Yeah, it's brutal. But no, when people are around, I realize this is a problem I might have.
What's your problem?
I tend to so I'm closer to you than Ehsan and Deric, and what I'll do to ingratiate myself is brutally make fun of my close friend to the people I know less. That's how I do it. This is how I get laughs at people's expense. With Joe Jackson, I'm brutal. He's my best friend. I've known him for 10 years.
You're new friend cock blocking.
Yeah, I'm new friend cock blocking.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said,
And I
we're
go-
for it.
Yeah.
We literally got to do
I am more attracted to you. Yeah, I don't know why.
Here comes the boom!
I like that guy.
Yeah, Luke seems kind of gay and stuff.
You're going to walk away from the podcast. I think Luke's a gay retard. I don't know what it is. No, I totally do it. I do it around, it'll be me and my girl, and Joe's my best friend, and the whole time I'm just ripping Joe to shreds.
I love that in
Ripping
this scenario
him to
you're
shreds.
closer with Joe than you are with
Your
your girl.
girlfriend, yeah.
Yeah, of course. It's my best friend. Known him for 10 years. I know my girl for 3.
Joe Jax, do you guys know Joe Jax?
No.
Joe Jax is great, but he's young.
You black or white?
White.
What?
Joe Jackson.
Yeah, it's Christoph's friend.
My best friend.
The guy said we're
I think
close.
Luke might be the blackest friend Christoph has.
Yeah, that's true.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, dude. That's true.
What the hell?
Was that your best friend, Joe Jax?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Joe Jax is a youngin, and Christoph's real mean to him because
Yeah.
Joe's just trying to figure out the world. And Christoph's, you really wouldn't have been a good teacher.
No, I'm a horrible
You're
teacher.
not a teacher.
Yeah, I can see that.
Terrible. I have no
No.
patience.
I can
Joe
definitely
Jax
see
didn't know how to make coffee, and Christoph really gave him an earful.
Dude, he
He's like,
didn't-
what do you mean?
He's 24 years old, or 25, and he goes, "Can I have one of your Diet Cokes?" I go, "No, man, I got one left. Don't take the last one." I go, "But you can make some coffee if you want some caffeine." And he goes, "I don't know how." I go, "You don't know how to use a coffee maker?" Because I've never done it before. And I said, "Some of the things you say startle me." Just dead face.
He also went into his room because Joe Jax had a classic 24-year-old guy's room. It was just a bed and a dresser and
Yeah.
a TV on the ground.
Right.
And Christoph's like, you got to do something about this.
I go, "You got to do something about this." And then my girl's a painter, and my girl painted a self-portrait that's not quite finished, and it was in the office, and apparently Joe just took it into his room and hung it up. And I'm like, "Did you just take my girl's self-portrait?" And he's like, "I needed some art."
I love
All
that.
right, well, now I like
I'm like,
now,
what the fuck
now
are
I
you
like
doing?
this guy, dude.
The
That's
more I
fucking
hear about
funny.
it, the
Yeah,
more I'm like,
that
I don't know if
That
I made it.
rules, bro.
yeah.
It's a picture of your girl.
Yeah.
No, nigga,
Yeah, I love that.
no, that was he let
Dude.
you know. He let you know what time it was. You might be like, "Oh, you being an idiot." No, he went in his room and the most evil smile.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't know how to make coffee, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Well, how do you feel about
No.
this,
How do you feel about
bitch?
this?
You keep talking shit about me. I'm going to paint a picture of your girl. Hang it up on my wall.
It's just that Chappelle sketch with a huge
Yeah,
stick figure.
a lot of hair, a lot of hair.
Yeah, it just says Christoph's girl underneath it.
It's you jerking on him. I just thought that was an insane move.
I don't know how to make coffee.
You don't know how to use a coffee maker?
But I've also never had a sip of coffee.
You don't like coffee.
I don't know.
Never
I've never,
tried it.
I've never tried it.
Why?
Do you do caffeine at all?
I'll have like a soda occasionally.
Yeah, not really. then.
Why do you what?
I've never had coffee, cigarettes, or cocaine.
Really?
I try to stay away because I do have an addictive personality, but I'm also just like, bro, I don't need it. When I wake up, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I've never woken up or been like,
Yeah,
None of
Derek's relentlessly optimistic. It's hard to be his friend.
Yeah,
'Cause
he
it's
is.
like it's like, oh, everything's awesome all the time.
Yeah,
you piece of shit.
you woke up and everything's
Dude.
great. You
Yeah,
don't need
The other night, yo, it's so crazy you say that. The other night, I'm hanging with Luke and Chris O'Connor, right? We're at Mitzi's.
Oh God. Yeah.
You came up later.
Yeah.
But I never told you this. So we had Mitzi's, and it's Luke, Chris, and me, but they're talking. Right. I'm not saying, and I'm talking about maybe like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, bro. And I'm in the conversation, but I haven't said one word. I'm just listening.
Yeah.
And the whole time they're just, what were y'all saying,
You
bro?
talk about being sad.
Being sad.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and Derek is
They were like, I've never strung together 2 days of not being sad. They're saying shit like that.
Yeah.
dude, he couldn't believe it. We were like, I was like, you remember when I was like a kid, I'd be happy for a whole month. That's hilarious.
He was like, well, I was a fucking idiot. You happy for a month? I was like, just sitting there
Like an idiot.
and then I
Like
went
a
to the
moron.
I went to the done. I was like, yeah, I've never had a bad day.
You had a bad day?
Day, no. Day, no. And Cam agreed because
He and Cam were saying this. They were like, a whole
the
day?
whole the 24 hours is the bad. The whole 24. That's crazy. What did I do, bro?
You're confusing me.
The whole 24 from wake up to sleep.
I had-
I'm like, I hated
Do you
this.
see how this is infuriating?
It's in-
This
Oh,
makes
no
That don't even make
Oh,
on my
God.
worst days I've ever had. The whole day was not bad. That don't even make fucking sense.
Also, if I have a good day, I am suspicious. I go to bed, I go, okay, what the fuck's going on? I go, okay, so what's going to happen tomorrow?
you say that
It's going to ruin my
you be in
life.
bed with the love of your life.
Joe Jackson.
Joe Jackson.
That's so crazy. That's what you thought of. Like, I wish I was.
Yeah, no,
He
for
sleeps
sure.
near me.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I'll have like a perfect day and then whatever. Then you're like,
The shoes about to drop or
yeah,
whatever.
shoes
that-
about to
But
drop.
it's not. But every day is kind of like the whole day. I can't, like, of course, there are moments and days that are bad, bro, and like
Yeah,
there's
of
some that are
course.
worse than others. But the whole day is crazy. I had a bad. The whole day was bad.
Well, if you can hit home runs all day, you can strike out. You never had to so you had a bad day. You go to, I don't even know what that song is.
I heard it. I'm like, damn, bro.
Damn, a bad
You
day.
didn't change. What's making the day so bad? Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Clearly,
Child in Gaza. No.
bro. Even if you're a child in Gaza, I'm like, bro. The whole day was bad. There was no point in the day I was having fun.
It wasn't
Derek
one
comes in there. He's like, stop going to the hospital. You're going to blow it up.
None of the rubble was fun.
Yeah.
None of it.
No fun rubble.
He's like, you're standing in your own way, bro.
Take one and throw a little bit of the rubble. You know, throw in some rubble.
Bro, you keep going to kindergarten like they're not going to blow it the fuck up. Like, serious. Pattern recognition,
Yeah, dude. Everyone knows a drone's natural predator is a Palestinian school. You gotta stay away from them.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta stay away from them.
That's
Come
crazy.
on.
Y'all have like a bad month or whatever. That's crazy.
I've
to me.
had bad years. I mean, 23 was horrific.
Oh my god.
23, top to bottom,
You've
terrible.
always felt like this.
Yes.
I used to
People
feel
gotta
like this
study
for
your brain
extended
and
periods of
inject
time.
whatever genes into, fucking sad white boys.
Yeah. That level of sadness it was wild to hear, and they were bonding over it.
Yeah, we were.
I was
all
literally
agreeing.
watching like this is how
Yes.
they mate. Like
Yeah.
this is how they.
It's like
Yes.
a bird's dance.
It was.
Yes. Me, him, and
At the edge of
O'Connor.
a bathtub with a toaster next to it. That's the.
And
They were
Chris
competing.
is like a little he's like 4 feet off the ground. He's like a little angel of death. Like Chris is like Chris is like the master of sadness.
Bro, it was crazy. It was
Yeah, Chris
crazy.
has such a good life.
Yeah.
Like top
That's
to
what I
bottom
didn't
great
get.
life.
I'm like,
Paper, Chris has a
damn.
great life.
And he's
Good-looking
it's
guy in
all
shape.
just fucking.
You're on like a hit sitcom, dude.
Yeah.
They don't even make sitcoms no more, and you're on one.
You're on the last sitcom of all time.
You're a main character. What's going on, man?
That is so
You have a girl that you love. Like, wait a minute.
objectively speaking.
Bruh, this
You're a
is
writer
crazy.
star of the last sitcom that will ever be made.
You do stand up wherever you want.
Yeah.
And Chris is like, it's all fun.
fucked. Literally. They were going back and forth, bro. It was great. They were outdoing each other.
Yeah.
Shit.
One of the things I said that made you you looked visibly mortified as I was describing. I was driving to go hang out with me and my girl were going to hang out with Chris and his girl, and up till that point, we had a great time at the concert.
Yes.
But up until that point, I had a real bad day. And I said I was driving down I-35 like Casey Affleck in Manchester by the sea. Just stone faced. And I go, I'm driving down the highway like Casey Affleck, and you're like, Manchester by the sea?
Oh, yeah, because that's what he said. He said, I'm like, Casey Affleck. And I was like, damn, Manchester by the sea. Damn, not even. There's so many other versions.
Yeah, I know.
It's Good Will Hunting, Casey.
Damn, dude.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
No. I'm good now.
No, it's good. Yeah.
I'm stringing. I have a good string of days right now. I'm on a streak. I'm on a heater.
Yeah.
Heater.
I'm coming out of a
happy
slump.
days. Coming out of a slump?
Coming out of a slump. Yesterday was not great. Not great.
No.
But
Blues.
Well, I have, because I'm around this, I have taken parts of it and been like, if I'm having a bad day, a part of me is like, well, I heard someone say this at an open mic once, just some random guy. He goes, self-pity is the worst drug I've ever taken.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I realized, like, I'm kind of enjoying feeling sad about myself, and that kind of breaks it.
Yeah, it's masturbatory. And
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, it's like, and then I'll be like, just take a walk and drink some water, and I generally feel better.
Yeah, sure.
It's crazy how much water goes a long way to feeling better.
Yeah, water,
Yeah,
exercise.
as we're drinking coffee, it's like, maybe that's why we're sad and anxious all the time.
Yeah,
This is
no,
my
I'm
first
bugging
thing I
out
drink.
constantly. I'm slamming coffee and nicotine.
Yeah, but I used to have like run of bad days, and now I'm like I've gotten better at stopping it and being like,
He's
okay.
rubbed off on you?
Yeah, it's annoying. Yeah, when you pick up a good habit from a friend, you're like,
I
fuck.
hate that. I hate that so much.
You're like, fuck.
I hate that.
I hate it.
It turns out I didn't know everything.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah, it must be even worse because I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
So he's just learning from a dumbass.
I was trying to
He
work
literally
on-
said the other day to me, did you know Alexander Hamilton invented money? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Invented money.
Yeah,
did.
that's what he said.
You think currency was invented
Derek,
in
no,
the
he-
late
Derek,
1700s?
I'm gonna go ahead and say no, he didn't.
Out of your mind?
Yes.
Do you think currency has existed for less than
300
300
years?
years?
Yeah.
This is why he's happy.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I mean. This is what I mean.
why he's happy.
Yeah, the other day, he, with no sense of irony, he went, man, did you know history's like kind of cool sometimes?
He's like, you gotta think on the bright side, dude. We could be living 60 years ago. They hadn't invented shoes yet. But look at us, 2025. We got shoes. These things have existed for 45 years, man. You gotta
See, that's why
you
you're
gotta
happy.
see the
You're worried about
silver
how long
lining.
shoes exist. Y'all be worried about the wrong thing.
That is great that he gave you a good quality. We've given each other no. What? Have we given each other good
No,
qualities?
there's no way your Japanese accent is as good as it is because you guys without bouncing it off of each other. You know what I mean?
Ping-ponging
Iron
Chinese.
sharpen iron.
Sharpen iron.
You're ping-ponging ping-pongs, and it's like,
No, we make each other funnier for sure.
Yeah, we make each other
What
laugh
about good
and smile.
habits? That's a good habit.
That's a good
mental
habit.
Well, you
Yeah.
stopped drinking, and I
Yeah.
drank way less now.
That's true.
I think the two are related.
And when you moved to New York, I was drinking heavily, and you started
I
drinking
started
heavily,
drinking
and we had a lot of
heavily.
fun.
yeah.
We had a
Man,
great
wasn't it fun?
time.
Wasn't it a good time?
I
was
was
great.
basically sober in Florida, and then got to New York and was just hammered.
Dude, I knew him for a year and a half in Florida, and that year and a half we drank together 3 times. We drank
Yeah.
together 4 times the first week he lived in New York.
Damn, what was this?
2020.
2-ish years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when I lived in New York.
And when you guys say drink together, what do you mean? Like getting like hammered or getting black? Like how? What's the level of drinking?
Drunk,
Getting drunk,
Just
but
drunk.
not
okay.
like
Good and drunk.
sloppy.
Yeah.
You know, nothing crazy.
but good and drunk.
Good and
drunk.
drunk.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than getting, like, the 4 a.m. bars close, New York, public transit's still going. It takes a while, but you don't need a ride,
Yeah.
and you can just
Yeah.
get fucking wasted till 4 in the morning and then stumble home onto a train.
Yeah.
It's the best.
It is
That does
easier
sound
not
Drinking here is kind of brutal by comparison because you have to be at a bar. Maybe you drove there.
You have to Uber.
You have to Uber. You have to
have
Uber
to Uber.
there.
Yeah.
That's the, well, you don't have to, but you you should Uber there. Or like if I plan to get drunk, I usually have to go. Okay, Jake's gonna go because Jake doesn't drink that much.
Mm-hmm.
So if Jake's going out to drink, I'll go with him and get drunk. It has to like kind of happen that way.
Right.
Yeah, like New York it's a lot easier to not drink here. It's too fun there and too easy.
Yeah,
I
also
mean, if
things
you
are
just
going
go to if you go to Williamsburg, literally from where the comedy club is There's 20 bars
That are
walking
great.
distance. 20 great bars.
And then there's like a shithole, and you can end up at the shithole, and you're like, this
Yeah,
is the best.
you can schedule 5 bars all within walking distance in declining levels of niceness.
Yeah.
As we get drunker, the bars will get shittier.
Yeah,
you
it's
can do
great.
whatever it's crazy.
It's the best.
It's an underrated booze city.
town.
New York City, huh?
Yeah,
New York's a
City's
big
the best
drinking
place to get
city, dude.
shit-faced.
It is fun. Every time I've been there and I have gotten shit faced, I was like, oh, this was way more fun than being shit faced in certain.
It's
other
way more
cities.
fun.
Yeah.
Well, they take. I mean, Austin doesn't have a chance. There's not even liquor on Sundays. You can't even buy liquor on Sundays
Yeah,
in a
that's so funny.
this is a major city.
Wait, you can't buy at a bar? You can't buy liquor?
No. Like you can't buy liquor at
a gas station?
Yeah, or
Yeah,
anyway, or
yeah,
one
yeah.
liquor
There's
store. or
no
whatever.
liquor sales on Sunday, which is insane.
Yeah.
This is a major. This
And they
ain't
do
a
the
small
midnight-
town.
Yeah, for a football city too. It's like
Yeah, it's
the fuck?
crazy,
That's
bro.
a great
Insane.
point.
The fuck?
You
That's
gotta
the day you
prepare.
want to open.
Yeah. That's the day. Like if I'm drinking, it's definitely because I'm watching the game with the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
That's-
from Florida. There's no fucking laws. You can buy liquor at any time, pretty much, just as long as it's before 2 a.m. That's the rule.
Yeah, that's fair.
Before 2 a.m. or after 2 a.m. you can't buy liquor.
Yeah. Texas does this thing where they'll be like, "What's so free here?" And then all their rules are like, "What?"
Yeah, it's all
no
still
weed?
conservative Christians.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
buying
yeah.
into it. And you're like, yeah, no
The
shit,
first
no
rules.
weed.
They're still going off the first
Yeah.
rule.
Yeah.
The most rules ever.
But
Yeah.
I like that about New York, bro. You can fucking bounce
York
around and
rules.
keep drinking till like 3, 4 in the morning. That
Yeah.
shit is each time I've done it, like, this is fire.
Or
Yeah,
ending
it's
up in a
great.
different neighborhood at like 1 or 2 in the morning. Like your friends are getting hammered in fucking whatever. You know, you started to get drunk on the Upper East Side, and they're like, we're in Bed-Stuy.
Yeah.
And you like fucking do like a solo mission to get from Upper East Side to Bed-Stuy, and it's like 2 a.m. and you meet them there, and you're like, "Wah!" Everybody's drunk. It's
Yes.
the best.
It is a city for as expensive as it is. It's really designed for like 22-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's a great.
If you're a
like,
22-year-old
early
with money,
20s.
there's no better place to be probably on
I
earth.
did it with
makes
no
sense.
money, and it was very fun because
Yeah.
you piece together a fun life.
Yeah.
Because you know the bars with the beer and the shot specials.
Mm-hmm.
You're walking around all the time, so you're nice and lean. $1 slice of pizza here. Then you go to a Mexican place, you find out they make like $6 tortas. You're just piecing it together.
Yeah.
Pussy. Everybody's broke. You don't even need money to get pussy.
Yeah.
You don't need money to get
It's
pussy.
hilarious. The people I know guys getting a lot of pussy in New York. I'm like, your place is disgusting,
Yeah.
and you live in like a shitty neighborhood. And
Yeah,
they're, like,
jobless
tearing through
homeless guys
pussy.
just tearing through pussy.
Yeah, jobless comedians just tearing through pussy in their hovel apartment with 6 roommates. And you're
Yeah.
like, good for you.
Damn, well done.
Because you bring a chick back to a place with roommates. It's not out of the ordinary.
It's not
totally
weird.
normal.
Yeah.
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 You don't got to be balling because no one has any fucking money there.
Yeah,
Spend it all on rent.
LA wasn't like that because you have to drive
Yes.
and everything's so spaced.
So you
everything's so spaced.
Yeah. You go
So-
pick her up, and she's like,
I was once. We lived in North Hollywood, and I was once seeing a girl in Culver City, and she might have as well been in another state.
It's an hour or something.
hour.
Yeah, it's an hour,
And there's no traffic.
that's crazy.
and there's no
sucks.
public transportation, so it's like a thing.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
to meet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, so
You
the
gotta-
idea to get drunk there too is like, well, now.
Well, no, I'm
yeah.
definitely not drinking there because I gotta drive. I have to do a trek back. I have to drive like an hour and a half
Hour and a
back in
half
the
back.
morning.
Yeah,
because
that
there's
sucks.
traffic.
That is a funny thing about LA. You're like, I guess I'm boxed into Valley pussy.
Yeah, it
I
ended up
live in the
being
valley.
it ended up being that. It ended just the people that live in the valley. It was just easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to find some chicks in Sherman Oaks.
Yeah, Sherman Oaks. You used to live
I
there.
used to live in Sherman Oaks.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. And but then at that point, I lived in a house with 17 people, and it was like an artist flop house.
With me crashing.
Yeah.
You know, 17 people, and I'm crashing in this room with like
Yeah.
with like 5 of us.
Yeah.
I'm
You
on
were
the bottom of the
never
floor.
unhappy.
Huh?
You were never unhappy.
No, he was.
You slept
happy
on a
as hell.
couch.
On the floor.
No.
I slept
On the
before with
floor.
him on a couch with my.
You'd
on-
wake
my
up,
wife
no
slept on the floor.
coffee, off the floor. It's gonna be a great day.
Out the it's not even logistically, bro. It's not even possible for it not to be a great day.
Dude,
It's
actually,
not even possible.
I actually, number one, that's hilarious. But I am, first of all, that is hilarious. It's impossible. But at that point in my life, I was kind of happy most of the days.
When you were broke?
Yeah, because there's no stakes. What's
Yeah.
gonna happen? I lose all my money? Whoa, $24. Fucking, I have no stakes. I have no standard of living.
Yeah.
So I don't think my shitty apartment is shitty.
It's just your
because
apartment.
this is the only one I could afford.
Yeah.
And I didn't live in a better one before this. I haven't downgraded in lifestyle. This
Yeah.
is my lifestyle.
So but now you can't feel that anymore.
Because you have things to lose.
Got things to lose and like plans for the future that if they don't go right, what am I gonna do? I didn't have any
Responsibility.
plans. Responsibilities and plans.
Yeah.
I had no plans. I had plans for tonight. I'm going to go to this club, do a set, and then get drunk at this bar and try to bang this lady. And past that, I had no plans for the rest of my life.
It's like a Zen
Yeah.
retard.
Yeah, like a Zen retard.
Yeah,
like
that's
a
a
Zen
great
retard.
nickname for this guy. That's a great nickname for him.
You're like, all things must pass.
Yeah.
Money was invented in 1742.
If the Buddha had an extra chromosome.
That'd be a crazy plot twist. If the Buddha had Down
Found
syndrome.
Buddha was just retarded.
Would
Yeah.
explain why he
That's
was
why
happy all
Everyone
the time.
explained. Everyone like, oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
why they were going home. He was just like, he's just under the tree going,
Oh, bro. Yo, it's so funny. Oh my God, speaking of Down syndrome, yo, I just want to tell the story. So we had our baby shower for Sam.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah. Hold up.
Miles Johnson.
What? We're good.
Running low.
We're running low.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
yeah. Luke
Bad.
said the N-word a lot.
Yeah, it was
and
We had
crazy.
to cut it out.
Stop.
Sorry about
Yeah.
that.
What do you
If
say?
you can't tell, there's a different energy
I thought we
already.
were, having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
I thought we were having a good time.
Yeah,
You didn't
we
see
were.
it, but Deric put Luke into a full Nelson and choked him out, and he passed out. And then Luke had temporary amnesia, and he goes, "What would I say? What would I call you?" And then it happened again.
Yeah.
But
Also, the full
It's
Nelson.
like a tenant, bro. It's like
yeah, it was a
rewinding
tenant
itself.
situation.
It was a tenant. It was a tenant
That's
situation.
Full Nelson was
tenant
the
situation.
first wild nut I've ever busted.
A lot happened.
That would suck. Anyway,
Yo, so Miles Johnson, door guy,
love him.
great friend, love him, so fucking funny, so funny. So he's at our baby shower. So many people there. My wife's brother has Down syndrome.
Yeah.
His name's Matthew. That's my boy. So we're hanging with Matthew, and he's at the party. We brought Nintendo Switch so everybody could play Mario Kart in one of the rooms.
Fire.
So there's like 30, 40 people in the main room, and then there's like 15 people in their other room playing Mario Kart. All right. Miles comes up to me and he goes, "Yo, what the fuck?" I go, "What?" He goes, "The dude in there came in fourth, won't give up the sticks." And it's just Matthew. Having the best time. And I was like, he goes, "Yo, who fucking brought this guy?"
That rocks.
So he doesn't have to give up the sticks. He goes, "Do you want me to treat him like he's normal or not?" You want me to act like he's got a problem? Well, I'm going to treat him like a regular guy. He needs to give up the fucking sticks. Bro, I was screaming.
so
bro.
funny.
That's
he won't
awesome.
give up this shit.
Did you confront Matthew?
No, because
You go
apparently
let him play.
everyone in the room said that. Everyone in the room was like, because his mom came in and was like, "Hey, Matthew, if you come in last, you got to share the controller." And then everyone else was like, "No, this is way funnier. This is better. Let him play."
I thought he would just be better than everyone for some reason.
No.
That's
He's just
autism.
crap
Not Down
at Mario
syndrome.
No,
Kart.
it's full down. Look. He's actually awesome.
You'd underestimate how distracting Rainbow Road is when you have Down syndrome. Whoa!
Just looking at me. Yo! He's so into it.
Oh, bro, that shit.
That rules.
It was great.
That is part. One of my hot takes is Down syndrome is better than autism.
Yeah,
Sure, yeah.
Not
They're
even
better.
close, dude.
Well, you can
Let's talk
still be,
about
you can still be an
quality of
autistic
hang.
asshole.
Yeah, autistic people can suck. There's
Can
also
suck, yeah.
regular people who suck.
Right.
man.
Yeah, but Down syndrome people, way less of them suck.
I don't think they suck.
I've never met a shitty
I've
guy.
never
no.
met one where it's like, damn, bro, this guy's kind of full of
There's a
himself.
lot of autistic.
This kind of got a big ego.
There's a lot of autistic
What a
people
prick.
that suck.
Yeah.
Say what you will about Down syndrome people. Or don't. Actually, don't say anything.
Comedy at one point made me like prejudice against people with autism. Because I was around so many and I was like, these guys are dicks, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These guys are like fucking antisocial pricks. I've gotten over this.
Yeah. but also it's like when you look back to the slog that was the open mic level, you are like, damn, bro, a lot of these people are just awful human
They're
beings.
shitheads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a lot of awful human beings. in
Yeah,
open
with
mics.
all well, Luke was bullied by the alt comedy scene for the first 6 years of his life.
I wouldn't say it was bullied. It was really it was a Sharks and the Jets situation. There was a real rivalry. They had the same thing going on in Philly, and they would come down to Boston, and we had the same thing going on in both the little scenes, where like the alt scene and the like bro scene it was like a heated, bitter rivalry.
That's
so funny.
interesting.
It's
Yeah.
funny to have a rivalry with a guy who's like, Transformers is funny, you know? Whatever. Just fucking like, he's doing jokes about Power Rangers.
Yeah, you would
and
think
like,
that guy would like all forms of comedy the most, but they don't.
No.
Yeah,
No.
so they're that's true.
In LA at the time when we started the alt scene, like if you were getting on the Comedy Central had their sets, they would tape the sets.
Yeah.
You like that was the scene that was getting on Comedy Central.
Good heroin, hot tub, all that shit.
Yeah.
Meltdown, bro. That was the club, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
I wanted to perform. Everybody wanted to perform there too. It
Yeah.
wasn't like you, all the club comics, like, yo, you wanted to go to, like, we, at least the people our level, you were like, I want to get in there too.
Yeah.
No, we had the same thing in New York. It was like Knitting Factory, Better Days.
Yeah,
like
but
all these shows.
they would get on
Whiplash.
TV.
They were the only ones on TV.
Yeah.
Nobody
And you couldn't-
from the clubs was on TV at all.
No.
Like, nobody from the clubs got any of the
That's why
industry.
that's
buzz.
why the podcast scene I think got so big is that the club comics need to do something.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
That's so weird.
So
I mean,
they took over the world.
Yeah.
So they took over
Also, those
politics.
club comics that got like ignored for 20 years, a lot of them just like blew up on. Like Jessica Kirsten just got famous like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
She's like 25 years in and amazing at comedy.
Right.
Yeah.
But she was just a club comedian.
Yeah,
So
bro.
she just got nasty doing like the Stress Factory in Jersey. And then like 25 years in, everybody on YouTube's like, this is the funniest person I've ever seen in my entire life.
You know, you can. The good thing about that the club comedy stuff, you're doing so many clubs over time, you just get great at it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like in relative obscurity, and then when you hit, everyone's like, "What the fuck?"
Where was this guy?
Yeah. You the people see the what the fuck, this person came out of nowhere. They don't see
Yeah.
the 21 years of grinding.
Slog.
Yeah.
The open mics were a big thing in LA though, because you guys didn't have. There were the shitty bar shows had nobody at them.
Right.
So like in New York, there were shitty clubs
Mm-hmm.
that if you were a newer guy, you could work, and
Yeah.
because it's so packed in, there would be people at them. But I remember going to LA, and my friends who were like coming up in LA, they were just like had to do a bunch of open mics.
No, you were
Because-
either doing the best clubs, Laugh Factory, Comedy Store, in the times, the good clubs, or you were open mics. There was no middle in LA.
No, and those fucking alt shows were like. You had to like it was like you're getting knighted if you got booked one time in a
Yeah.
year on one of those
Yeah.
things.
And then you never got paid for anything.
No.
No,
You never got paid.
no
for
one
anything.
show you're getting paid for.
No.
Club or all. So that was it's a weird, it was definitely a different place. I mean, it was cool because you got to be around a lot of the greatness and like be near it, Comedy Store type shit. But
It's like
Yeah.
college almost, where you're
But-
like making no money, but you're getting a good education.
coming up as a stand up, I wouldn't recommend LA.
No.
Like, I would. I'd be like, go to New York. I'd be like, I mean, Austin now, but at that time, it'd be like, we just went to LA because it was like, oh, the Comedy Store. We had an in.
We got in at the Comedy Store before we moved to LA. So
and it was the comedy at that time. It's like, oh well, this is the place
Rogan
to
had
be.
just
Yeah.
come back.
You know, so it was the place to
It was
be.
the-
And like all the most famous
Roast
comics
battle.
were there 7 nights a week. So it was like, oh, this is fucking crazy. You know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
starting, it still wasn't great to start because, bro, you get up, you'd be working the door, and then you'd get up sometimes twice a week, a good week 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, in Austin, it's like, bro, you can get up 4 or 5 times a night.
Yeah.
I'm getting up 4 to 6 times a night, bro, in this bitch. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
it's
Compared
crazy.
to that. So it's like,
Yeah, you could just here you could just walk in somewhere and they might throw you up, and it's like that does not happen in LA.
No.
You are booked on the
No.
show.
no, you got to be a famous
Yeah.
motherfucker. For real famous.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, everyone knows them around town type shit.
That's
Yeah.
so fun about here is just being able to text a dude and get on the show that night.
That
my
night.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Dude, people hitting me up.
Yeah.
That did not happen in New York. No one was hitting me up to do their show.
Right.
I would beg 19 people and get 2 spots.
Yeah.
And it sucked. That's another reason I think I don't drink as much here. Honestly. Because I would like
stand up.
do way more stand up. I don't like to drink before I do stand up. And then like I don't know, I'll just be in a better I'll be in a shit mood because I hung out at some stupid show for no reason to try to chum up the booker or whatever the fuck, and then nothing happens and I hate my life, and then I'm like, well, I'm gonna get hammered.
right.
Yeah,
Gonna
that's
correct
the natural
this.
order of things.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a natural order. So like here it's like, no, I just do stand up. And then I hang out till midnight. I don't have to drink. I'll just go home. It's not a big
And I had a
deal.
great time, and I got made money doing stand up.
I made money.
And I was like, you'll be like clocked in on a shift, get up in the Fat Man, and then maybe do like Black Rabbit or Sunset, and you're like, oh wow, this is a pretty insane fuck.
Yeah.
Like when you look at that
Yeah.
from afar as a
Yeah.
comic, it's like, damn, how many people can get up 2 or 3 times a night while they're on shift at the greatest club in the world? Like,
Yeah.
what the
It's
odds
just
of that are
too-
fucking crazy.
Yeah,
It's-
And you have bad days.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you fucking complaining about, dude?
If I had one of those days, it would be a good day. That happens, what, twice a month? What about the other
all the
28?
other 28 days suck.
But it is like I'll see it, especially because I like follow like the stand-up subreddits and stuff, and you'll see people like shit on Austin because of like the politics of the people who like are at the top, and it's like you don't see like this is a place where you can just like grow your art.
Yeah.
You can get stage time here, and that's all being a comedian's about.
And you can do whatever kind of stand-up you want to do.
You can do whatever kind of
Also,
stand-up you want.
One of the most famous niggas in the scene is a crab.
He's a human crab.
He's a human crab.
crab.
He's one of the most famous motherfuckers
Dude,
in comedy right now.
I was explaining to someone in New York. I was like, my two favorite comedians that I've met here are Dylan Sullivan and Miles Johnson. So it's a fat gay guy talking about Denny's and a black alt comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's not a fucking
it's
RNC.
not like this- yeah, this
you know what I mean?
RNC
But that's
bro,
everything.
yes.
I think
He's not
everyone is
talking
that.
about the guns.
Yeah,
or whatever.
no.
But everyone thinks every comic in Austin is that. It's pretty crazy. Like the shit you hear.
Well, I'm like
in
that.
New York and LA.
Yeah,
Well,
of course,
but you
of course.
I
kind of leading the
Chris
charge.
Obvious-
I'm kind of
fully
leading
red
the
pilled.
charge.
Yeah.
Fully red pilled.
Yeah. Christoph's carnivore, as you can tell. It's clearly a carnivore physique.
Yeah, I've been doing that. What else
Yeah,
have
you
I
do
been doing?
15 minutes on how awesome JD Vance is.
Yeah, how much I love JD Vance.
Yeah, you got that new JD 10.
I got a closet full of fucking assault rifles.
You can't
Come and
see.
fucking take it, bitch. I'm fully redneck MAGA.
But yeah, no, yeah, a lot of my favorite. Yeah, Casey Rock is probably one of my favorite comics in the scene, and he's literally an alt crab.
Yeah.
Doing what the fuck, and he murders at clubs
Oh,
because he's just
crab.
he's just one of the best comics in the world. But it is crazy that like nobody accounts for like all the different styles. That are
Yeah,
in
we've
this bitch.
been called.
Ari Maddie's fucking dancing on stage. This nigga's doing all kind of gay
We
stuff. Like
personally-
this nigga is so funny, bro.
We've personally been called alt-right comics, and it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Just because we live in
Yeah.
Austin.
By proxy, you're alt right.
Yeah. Just because, and we're like friends with like
Yeah.
people who are Republican. Like
Yeah.
we're allowed to be that.
But it was crazy
Yeah.
at one point opening for Joe and opening for Schultz, and they both just had Trump on. It's like, all right, I know what this looks like.
Yeah.
Like, I get from their point of view of like,
Well, you were
when you're
screaming-
with both these guys
Yeah.
who like,
Well, you were screaming MAGA every time you went up.
yeah.
You went MAGA!
Yeah, you did do that.
Build a fucking wall for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
They're like, you're all right,
They
Derek.
clap.
Derek's like, dude, I don't even know what that means.
I'm just
All right, you guys want to wrap things up?
Yes.
No.
Watch the
I don't
Derek's
want to go
moving
home.
in.
I don't want to go home.
Listen to the Solid Show.
You guys got
You guys
dates?
got
dates?
for
Let's
the
go
Solid Show? Anything?
When does it come out?
This
Monday.
will come out Monday.
Oh, guys, Wednesday my Don't Tell special comes out.
Oh, let's fucking go.
Hey.
Yep,
Yeah.
and then Thursday you'll see me on a pretty big podcast. So thank you so much. If you watch my special and you came from this, I really appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hell yeah.
And then we will be co-headlining in
Yes.
La Jolla and the Comedy Store in Hollywood, April 24th and 25th. So come out and see us there.
And thank you. Please like, comment, subscribe. You know the whole deal. We love you guys. Thank
love
you
you
so
so
much.
much.
And we'll be in. We already helped.
We already had. We were just in Houston. Thanks
Thank
for coming.
you for everybody who came to Houston. That was the shows are so fun. I appreciate it.
They're tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sorry, Christoph was on stage sucking off guys. I don't know why.
I
He's a
thought
new
we said we were gonna
closer. He's
69.
We're I hope you like the 69.
Yeah, we're gonna 69. We're co-headlining, so we're gonna 69 the thing.
Come see me in Minneapolis. End of May, Minneapolis. Sisyphus Brewing.
Oh, I love
last
Sisyphus,
weekend in
dude.
May, I believe.
That's awesome.
So
gonna be
come
great.
find it on their website.
Sisyphus is awesome.
I'm psyched. Minneapolis.
Oh, and also if you like this pod, which I'm sure you do, come listen to me and
crazy
Ehsan's
to
pod,
listen.
The Solid Show, which is pretty much this pod, less accents, more situational. So take all the accents out and add different situations.
Riff in a different language on the Solid Show.
Yeah. In a different language.
The Solid Show is just Derek going, you know Paul Revere invented time?
They discovered being gay in 1903.
Thank you, boys.
All right, thank you guys. Stay black.